welcome to another video and welcome to another reading vlog. I appear to be very overexposed. Slightly better. So, I don't really know what I'm reading this week. I don't really have like a plan for the week or anything, so I was thinking I might read some of the physical arcs on my TBR, and I was thinking of reading Where Sleeping Girls Lie, The Catch, maybe Anna O, and some other physical arcs that I've got. Why I think I'm going to read so much in a week, who knows. I also thought, hey, it might be a good idea, wild thought here, of actually reading the books that are on my TBR. Yeah, I know, like a crazy idea, that one. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do this week, but I'm going to do something. I'll be reading something and I'll bring you along for the ride. I'm also this week planning on redecorating my hallway. Basically, when I moved into my house, everything, and I mean everything, walls, ceilings, woodwork, everything was painted in a magnolia emulsion. So I've had to paint every single inch of my house when I moved in. I moved in 2021. And I couldn't be bothered to do the hallway, which is literally just like you come in. It's just where I leave my boots and dog leads and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't be bothered. I was exhausted by painting by the time I got there. I think I painted the ceiling, but that was it. Oh, hey, boo. So I've decided I'm going to decorate that this week. I'm going to paint the walls. And that's it, really. I'm just going to paint the walls. Do you mind, beefy tail? But yeah, that's kind of my only real plan of the week, I guess. Yeah, don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm reading. Don't know what this vlog is going to be like. I have just basically, guys, I just don't know. That is the plan of action. I have no idea what's going on with anything. So, yeah, I'll catch up with you and tell you what I'm doing as I do it. See you in a bit. Hello, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm about 150 pages through Where Sleeping Girls Lie. Bracken, go away. Anyway, about 150 pages through Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I don't really know what I think just yet. Like, the mystery is mysterying. Mysterious, it's probably a better word. The mystery is there. So we're following Sade, who has just arrived at a new school, and on her first night her roommate goes missing. And that part is like, I guess where I was kind of not really sure what I think is that I feel like it's a little bit simplistic. So we've had quite a few where it's like almost like a forced cliffhanger at the end of a chapter. So the one I've just read, the last line of the chapter is, "The box was gone." And, you know, like this box appeared in the previous chapter and it's now gone. And it's just that sort of, it's forced intention rather than feeling kind of natural. I feel like I really, really loved Ace of Spades, right? So I feel a bit like I have higher expectations for this one, because I am expecting this to be on par with Ace of Spades. Part of me is also expecting it to be fairly similar to Ace of Spades, in that, you know, so far the setting is basically the same. It's, you know, a character in a new school, which is the exact same setting as Ace of Spades. This has got some very Mean Girl-esque, like a clique of 3 very beautiful mean girls. They're not called the Plastics, but they are the Plastics. And yeah, something's not quite hitting just yet. And I don't know, I can't put my finger on what. I did read, because this one, I got sent this one by the publisher, and so it came with a TI sheet, so like fucking go away, a piece of paper. It's got basically like not only the blurb, but also a little bit more information about it. And it does mention that it is heavily about sexual assault and rape culture. I haven't seen an inkling of that yet. And like I said, I'm 150 pages in. This book is fairly long. It's 560 pages. So, you know, I've got a long way to go in this book. I'm doing this update because I'm 150 pages in and I feel like I should do an update, not because I've necessarily got anything to say. So, yeah, I'm going to get back to reading. As you can tell, I'm... Hello. So I have been jumped on by a bracken. Get off, please. I've just finished reading A Sleeping Girl's Lie. And apologies for the face and the voice. I am sick and I'm going to go and make myself something to eat because I'm hungry, and also I want like soothing food. I want soup. Anyway, I've just finished reading Where Sleeping Girls Lie. And yeah, honestly, I'm still kind of trying to decide what I think about it. So, the synopsis says, basically a girl goes missing. Suddenly everyone is talking about Sade, including the unholy trinity, the three most popular girls at school, and then a student is found dead. So I was expecting going into this book is 500 pages, I was expecting that student to be found dead at around about the page kind of 200 mark. You know, we've started it, but then that's going to be the main point of the plot. Our student dies at about page 400. Again, 500-page book. So I feel like this book probably could be 100 pages shorter. I feel like our student went missing, and then we meandered a lot. Then the guy dies, and then it's once he's died that we kind of discovered everything else that's happened and gone on. And again, the beginning of this says there's triggers about rape culture and sexual assault. And none of that comes in until, like I said, after the student's death at about the page 400 mark. So I'm not entirely sure quite what I think just yet, because I do feel like I read 400 pages of not very much happening before everything happens in the last 100 pages. Yeah, I did enjoy it, and I think if you enjoyed Ace of Spades, you will enjoy this. If you want to fight the patriarchy, you will enjoy this. If you want to read a book about girls being badass and fighting for themselves, you will like this book. But I do just think the pacing was a little bit off at times, and it could have been 100 pages shorter. Saying that, like I said, I did really like it. I need to rate it. I don't know what it's going to come out as. My gut feeling says it's probably around about a 4-star, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to rate it in a minute. But I think this is another masterpiece in the way that, if you think of what Ace of Spades, I don't want to give any spoilers, but if you think of what Ace of Spades did in terms of race and opening up conversations about racism within like private schools and within society, I think this is doing the same for rape culture. Now, there is just one thing that I do want to mention on this. And again, I want to just reiterate, I think that this has done a fantastic job of highlighting the voices of girls and women who are ignored and told that they were deserving it. But like I said, there's one thing I want to highlight, which is there was one time when a girl says, this person is a rapist. And then when she tells us her story is that he came on to her, and when she said she's not interested, he wouldn't take no for an answer and said, I'm going to turn you straight. Sexual assault, yes. not rape. And I do think that, unfortunately, because we know that our legal system is fucked, and very, very few rapists ever get, taken seriously, and rape allegations taken seriously, and any that do, very, very few get convicted. I do feel like they probably shouldn't have used that word in association to the story that this person told. In when it was SA, it wasn't rape. But like I said, that's not even a criticism, to be totally honest. It was just something that I noticed when I was reading it. And it's one line in this 500-page book. I do think this book is absolutely fantastic. I do think a lot of people should read it. Honestly, I feel like, similarly to Ace of Spades, The Hate You Give, this is one that should be in schools. It's fantastic.
I still haven't started a book, okay, but I bought some stuff, so you've got a little haul coming your way. There is a book in the haul. I'm going to save that till last just to keep you holding on to that excitement. We're going to start with the most boring thing first, which is this tin. It's a tin, it's green. Bought it to put healthy baked goods in. My mum does these great trail mix parfaits. This week I wanted to read at least this one book for Polathon, and I've actually read a couple of chapters, but it's fine because it's Thursday. I'm about to do a Polathon live show, and then on Friday I'm also going to be on a live show, and on Sunday I'm also going to be on a live show, so I've got plenty of time to get stuck into this, but I think that it's going to
Dinner. Homemade butternut squash soup and bread. So this is my really easy beer bread, and I've just put cheese, sun-dried tomatoes and jalapenos in there. Hello. It's Tuesday lunchtime, and I'm reading on my lunch break. So last night I started Emily Henry's Happy Place, and I got 50% of the way through. I'm now 65% of the way through. Either this book is a lot smaller than I realised, or it is just a super, super quick read. So Happy Place follows a group of 6 friends, and Harry and Wyn have been a couple for years. However, they have just split up and they haven't told any of their friends. They split up like 6 months ago. The 6 of them are taking a last holiday to a cottage that they go to every year. And Harry and Wyn decide that they're not going to tell the others that they have broken up because the owner, one of the other girls, Sabrina's dad, is selling the cottage. So this is going to be their last time to go there. So they're just, using this as a chance to kind of make those final memories. So far I'm liking it. Like I said, I'm flying through it. And we've got flashbacks to see how Harry and Wyn's relationship sort of started, and kind of key points throughout it. We still don't really know why they broke up. There was a bit of a suggestion that made me think of cheating, but a kind of cheating accusation rather than actually cheating. But I'm not sure if that is the reason why they broke up or what. Like I said, I have no idea. And it's Emily Henry and it's a romance. I'm fairly certain that it's going to end with Harry and Wyn back together, which, to be honest, I don't want. And that's not like I feel like I would prefer it if we could celebrate their differences and celebrate them being happy apart rather than they've got to be back together. But again, like I said, I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know the reason why they broke up. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to keep my mind open. I'm still very, very congested, so apologies for the voice. The other thing that I wanted to update you on was I rated Where Sleeping Girls Lie. So I gave it 4 stars. And I was thinking about it last night. It's a fairly low 4-star. And the reason that the rating did get slightly brought down was due to the logic. I feel like there were a few points that just didn't really make sense by the end. So I can't go into like huge amounts of detail because spoilers. But some of the reveals, so after Elizabeth, the friend, has gone missing, Sade receives like a box that's full of Elizabeth's like notes and stuff, and then it disappears. And at the end we find out how it appeared, but not how or why it disappeared. And same with the ending. And again, around Elizabeth, there's just certain things that just sort of didn't make full sense to me, that I was like, when reading them I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But then afterwards, when I was thinking about it, I was like, no, it doesn't actually. Yeah, I don't want to say the details because it would be a spoiler. But there's something at the end, one of the reveals at the end, and yeah, I can't say actually anything about it without spoiling, so I'm just going to say nothing. But yeah, like I said, still gave it 4 stars. I did still really enjoy it. I need to go back and do some more work, and that's it really. It's 1:15 on a Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to do a full day's work today. I am feeling congested and just kind of shit, so I might do what I need to do. I've got a few tasks that I need to get done today, and I might just do them and then finish kind of mid-afternoon, finish in a couple of hours, because I'm just not really feeling it today. So tired. I also need to go to the shop. I have a parcel that I need to pick up. It's books, and I need to go to the shop and get food as well. So I've got those 2 things I need to do, but I'm sleepy. I'd really rather just stay here on the sofa and finish reading Happy Place for the next like couple of hours, but I should go and do some work. Anyway, talk to you later. Hello, so I got book mail and I thought I would share with you. I've already opened everything because I did, and then I thought I should probably have done this on camera, but I didn't, so you know. The other day, it was World Book Day, and Waterstones had double points, so I bought some books. I bought A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. So I'm unsure on this one, if I'm totally honest. I read We Hunt the Flame a few years ago when it came out. I think it was about 2020. And I liked it. Well, actually, no, I didn't. That's a lie. I think I gave it like 3 stars. But I remember reading it, giving it like I said, about 3 stars. And thinking, even then, this is a me problem, not a book problem. So I really want to reread We Hunt the Flame, because everybody who I know who's read it, who's got similar taste to mine, has really enjoyed it. So I'm fairly certain it was a me issue, not a book issue. This one is Hafsa Faisal's new book, and it sounds really interesting. It is a YA, which I don't really read a lot of anymore. It's got something to do with vampires. I don't really know. But it sounded interesting and intriguing. And, well, to be totally honest, I bought it because it was double points in Waterstones. and I needed to spend over a certain amount to get free delivery and to get, you know, more points. And sometimes you've got to spend money to save money, you know? Shut up. The other 2 books I bought in the Waterstones double points were books 2 and 3 in the Greenbone saga. So Jade War and Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. I'm actually going to attempt to read Jade War this month. Oh, and now my cat is scratching in the background. So the Bookstar of Read-alongs, which is hosted by Amy at AimStar Reads. I can't remember the other hosts. I'm sorry, I'll tag stuff. But anyway, they're reading the Greenbone saga this, like, first half of the year. I've already read Jade City and I want to carry on. So because they're reading it, because there's a read along for it, I'm going to see if I can, like, join in and read Jade War. I read Jade City maybe 6 months ago. I do still remember it quite well, but I do want to carry on. So that one is a tentative, going to be read this month, hopefully, if possible. So then those 3 I bought on Waterstones for double points. I then went on Vinted, and we all know that I have a problem with Vinted, because I spend too much money on there and I buy too many books from there. I've got 4 books in front of me, and I've got another pack of 4 books coming from Vinted. But I bought The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. So if you've seen a recent vlog of mine, I read The True Love Experiment last week, I think, but recently. And by the time I got to the end of The True Love Experiment, I realised that it was the sequel to The Soulmate Equation. So I figured that I'd read this one. True Love Experiment was fine. It wasn't mind-blowing, but it was Bailey. I love Tessa Bailey. We all know this. I own, I'm looking up my shelves, Love Her and Lose Her, which I realised was book 3 in this series. So I bought this one, and the other pack of books that I've got coming for me is the middle one. I don't remember what the names of them are, but I know they are coming. And then, because I was buying a bundle, I also bought The Bride Test and The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I read The Kiss Quotient a few years ago. I liked it. I think I gave it like 4 stars maybe. I don't think I own The Kiss Quotient. No, I don't. I think I read it. I must have read it on my Kindle or something. But I picked these one up. Again, they were like £1 each, and it was in a bundle. So again, spending money to save money. Makes sense in my head. So that was my like little mini book haul for today. Clearly my book buying ban is not going so well. Especially when the rest of the books that I've bought recently arrive. But I'm going to try and be more considerate in April, and not buy quite as many then. It's the plan. It's always the plan. It never works. But I don't remember if there's actually a reason for me to come up here or not. I don't think there was. I think that was it. I'm sorry. Honestly, this vlog is going to be crap anyway, but it's even worse when I'm like sick and just a bit meh. So apologies that I have 0 energy and I'm not exactly over enthusiastic with life right now. Yeah, I might have said earlier, I don't know if I have or not. Don't know what I've done so far. But this week I was half considering reading physical arcs, but then I realised I should probably also read my TBR. So what I've done is sorted, can we see? Sorted my TBR, which is this side, and then my physical arcs, which are here. Not all the physical arcs that I might want to read this week. And I'm going to be like pitching them against each other. So up next, it's either The Catch or One Last Stop. I think I'm going to read The Catch next, because that sounds more interesting. To be honest, I think all of the physical arcs that I've got on the little pile are more interesting to me right now than One Last Stop. So they are, just in case I haven't shown you already. The Catch by Amy Lee. Anna O by Matthew Blake, I think. Peril on the Atlantic by A.M. Howell. and The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. I'm excited by all three of them. And The Catch, I'm excited by all four of them then. And what's left on my TBR is One Last Stop, very Secret Society of Regular Witches. I'm excited to read this. I don't know if I want to read it today. And Amazing Grace Adams, which I'm not sure I'm going to read that one either. Which I guess really begs the question, why did I put them on my TBR? But I did. And here we are. That's how life works these days. So I'm going to go and make dinner and read my book. I'm currently reading Happy Place and I'm enjoying it. That's all I've got to say. Bye. So yeah, you know how yesterday I told you that I'd accidentally bought some books and I said I had another group of 4 coming. They've arrived. They actually had arrived yesterday as well. And I hadn't realised that I'd got 2 messages from InPost telling me to pick up my parcel. And I just put in the bottom number. I didn't put in... Oh, hey, Bella. Didn't put in the first... Bella, move your face. Bella. Excuse you. Sorry for the Bella interlude there. Yeah, I didn't realise, and they had walked and gone to pick up these parcels. I'd only picked up 1 when I had 2 there to pick up, which was just especially dumb of me. Anyway, I went today, picked up my second parcel, and let's go through the books that I bought. So I got The Hiking Trip by Jenny Blackhurst. This one just sounds interesting. I have got another book by Jenny Blackhurst, which I think is not Black Valley Farm. Maybe I don't have a book by her. Maybe I've just... Bella, could you please move your lovely face? Darling. Okay. I'm going to move the camera rather than move Bella's face. Yeah, I thought I had another book by her, but I can't find it. Yeah, anyway, this one sounds good. It is about 2 friends who go on a hiking trip. Well, someone goes missing, and then 20 years later, body's been found, and the other person, Laura, is the only one who would know what's happening. Sounds good. I then got 2 Christmas books, because let's collect Christmas books in March. So, you know, I'm ready to read them come December, when there'll be loads more Christmas books released. Yeah, my logic doesn't always logic. But I got All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. That it's been blurbed by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so that sounds like it could be quite a good one. And I got Love Like Farms by B.K. Borison, because everybody read this one last year and it sounds really, really good. And then I also got Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey, which is the other book, maybe book 2 in, I don't know what the series is called, but I already had on my shelves Love Her or Lose Her, and then I realised that one was book 3 in a series. So I've got Fix Her Up and Tools of Engagement to finish off that series, so I can read the one that was already on my shelf, because obviously that's how life works, you know, you have to buy more books so that you can read the book rather than just getting rid of the book because it's book 3. Yeah, my logic doesn't always logic, but we go with it, okay. I am feeling less snotty and gross today, and I've actually put on makeup and done some filming, which is, you know, amazing, because I haven't done that all week. And I think I also am planning on going for a run later today. Maybe. I really should. I haven't gone for a run in like 10 days, and I should be... My plan is to run like 3 times a week, and like I said, I haven't gone for 10 days, so I can stop talking to you. Sorry. Oh, in terms of books, I'm gonna pretend that I'm like, you know, a booktuber right now. I told you that I'd finished Where Sleeping Girls Lie, gave that one 4 stars, I updated you on that one. I finished Happy Place, I think I told you about that as well. I also gave it 4 stars, because, oh, I've taken it downstairs. Yeah, Happy Place was good, I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favourite, Emily Henry, but I did like it. I think it's, like I said, 4 stars. I picked up last night, I picked up Learn My Lesson. I read about 2 pages, and then I realised that actually Learn My Lesson is book 2, and I needed to start with Desperate Measures, which I also happen to own. So that's downstairs. I haven't started Desperate Measures yet, but that is my next read. Because it was on, it's basically I swapped it on my TBR. Learn My Lesson was on my TBR, but I swapped it for Desperate Measures. Desperate Measures is now a TBR book. Oh wow, sorry, I went really dark then. I also want to read The Catch by Amy Lee, and I'll be totally honest, like I read X's and O's and it was fine, but I didn't love it. But I'm more intrigued by The Catch than weirdly I am by Desperate Measures. Which is strange because I thought I'd really love Desperate Measures, and like I'm really intrigued by Katie Roberts in general, but I'm like intrigued but also don't want to read her books. Can't explain it. But yeah, that is my reading update. I'm probably going to be wrapping up this vlog maybe later today, probably tonight. So it's Thursday today. So yeah, I might be wrapping this vlog up tonight and then, yeah, starting a new one tomorrow. I don't really know what's going on today. I'm still kind of congested and a bit like snotty and gross and a bit meh. So yeah, that's my update. That is all. Goodbye. Good morning. It's lunchtime now actually, so good afternoon. It is Friday afternoon, it's about 2 o'clock. And I'm going to just wrap this vlog up. I'm halfway through Desperate Measures. I'm up to about page 93, I think. And Bracken, go away, my darling. I'm going to keep on reading it, but it's not as intriguing as I kind of thought it would be. It's definitely more erotica than romance, and don't get me wrong, I love a bit of erotica. I am not opposed to the spice level in this. I'm also not opposed to the consensual non-consent either, but with that, my issue and what I'm finding uncomfortable with this is I don't feel that there was enough build-up of the consensual part for the consensual non-consent. So what I mean by that is normally with consensual non-consent, you know that both partners are consenting to this kind of forceful game. So, you know, normally he is forcing himself on her, but she is enjoying it. She's enjoying the chase and being caught as much as he is enjoying it. And I'm like, fine, like, you know, I'm not going to yuck on anybody's yum. Fine, absolutely. And in here, there is a lot of talk of safe words, which is brilliant. But my issue with the consensual side of the consensual non-consent is on page 1, we start off with Jafar going into Jasmine's bedroom, and she uses her safe word effectively to ask him to help rescue her from the fact that she has been sold to another man. And then by page 4, he has chased her down the corridor and has had sex with her on the floor. And again, that is the first consensual non-consent sex, but we haven't seen the consent part. The safe word was used to get her out of a situation rather than a sexual situation with Jafar. We've never seen that those two have ever consented to and like put down ground rules of their like kink play. And that for me, like, honestly, I feel like this needed 2 pages more at the beginning. It just needed that conversation. It's just without that, it does feel much more non-consensual than consensual. So it's not that I'm finding it uncomfortable or I'm not enjoying it, but I do... It's not what I was thinking it was going to be, if I'm totally honest. And yeah, I am finding it a little bit... I want a bit more... I want a bit more plot, but also I want just a little bit more kind of discussion rather than just a lot of kink play, which again, not yucking on anyone's yum. We all love it. It's all good. And I do enjoy like the kink play in this, and I do think it is fun, but again, I just want that little extra background piece of information. And again, that's what I mean when I say this feels more like erotica. And if this was marketed as just plain erotica, I would be okay with that, because so often in erotica it is, you know, you're just reading porn and you're not reading anything for the plot. But I feel like this is more marketed, and maybe this is just because it's popular with the TikTok girlies, but it's marketed more as like a dark romance where I'm expecting a plot and I'm expecting everything to make sense, and I'm expecting for our characters to have had those conversations, and I just haven't seen them happen. So, like I said, I am stopping this vlog now because I need to start another one. But this week I've read Where Sleeping Girls Lie and Happy Place. I also actually read a audiobook, The Worst Wingman by Abby Jimenez. It was one of Audible's like short novellas. It was fine, honestly. It wasn't anything special. I started listening to the Christina Lauren one as well today, but I actually DNF'd that. I'm not even going to count it as like started or DNF'd. And I think it would probably have been fine if I was reading it, but not, because this sort of, I think I maybe listened to like 15 minutes of it. I think it was like the first 2 chapters, and it was all emails, and just hearing that email address and read out as, you know, to blah 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 from blah blah, like it just, I didn't really enjoy the listening experience. I'm not overly excited to read that one on my Kindle, so I'm probably going to just send it back to KU, but there we go. So yeah, read 2 books today. One was a physical arc, one was an e-arc, and also on my TBR, so that was good going. Started, you know, another book that is on this month's TBR, so again, good going. But I am actually much more excited to start my next vlog, which is my series knockout vlog, and you will have to wait until next week to see what I'm reading, but I'm much more excited by that one. I also have just received The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. This is a book I need to read for work, and so I'm going to be reading this one this weekend as well, which actually I'm excited by. It sounds really interesting. But yeah, I'm wrapping this vlog up. If you like this video, please leave me a like. Subscribe down below. Let me know, are you someone who hoards physical arcs if you get sent them? Or same with NetGalley arcs if you're on NetGalley. Basically, are you a book hoarder or are you normal? If you like this video, like I said, give me a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.